What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Pet Shop Boys. As we continue through this expanded folder for the 1999 album Nightlife, thank you as always to Seb. And I just want to check to make sure in the metadata, does it... Okay, so yes, apparently this is the penultimate tune on the proper album, though as I said, I think last time, we're less than halfway through the overall folder. But yes, the penultimate tune on the album is New York City Boy. So, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I do wonder the context. Are we in New York City, or is this someone who's from New York City? Do they bear characteristics or attitudes or behaviors that are in some way reflective of New York City? And in what context is this person operating? So I will try to catch as much of that as I can on a first listen. Let's hear it. This is Pet Shop Boys. The song is New York City Boy, and it's from their 1999 album Nightlife. Proper disco tune.
Lying on your bed playing punk and stuff. Home
Wow. So, okay, first the Sonics. I love the like soul disco house vibe of the tune. And to be fair, when I went to rave parties in the 90s, I was often in techno and like hard trance rooms, hardcore rooms as well. So, not so much in house rooms, but I still could appreciate a good house track. And I will say there were a number of house tracks that were in like the disco house style that I remember, like 98, 99, 2000, making a big splash. In particular, I remember it was like a kind of a one-off project, I think, Stardust, Music Sounds Better With You. I remember hearing that one at so many different parties. So this doesn't exactly sound like that, but definitely it has like disco stylings, but you can hear the kind of like 90s house grafted onto that. So yeah, ultimately, we've got strings and sort of the bass line of like a disco tune, but some of the percussion, it feels more like proper house, so like disco house. And then with those vocals, those big, like powerful, soulful backing vocals, again, I feel like soul disco house is maybe the best description. And like a lot of disco house tunes I remember from back around this time, I knew it was going to have a section where it sort of turns the percussion inside out and it's building, and right when it gets to the drop, it's going to swing things back and like open up the sound again, and that definitely happened. So yeah, I enjoy the sequencing and the chronology of the track. I enjoy Neil's vocals over a track with these type of stylings. I think that works really well. The chorus, and like, what was the line? Like, you're New York City boy, so you're never gonna have a forte? Was that it? Like, I'm gonna have to look this up. I don't normally do that. I like to let lyrics kind of wash over me over successive hearings, even if I can't pick up everything on a first listen. And usually then I kind of digest it more and more. And these days, to be fair, when I do reactions, if there is any ambiguity, often people are commenting either by posting the lyrics or at least giving insight as to the origin of the themes, sometimes, quotes from the artist. So I suspect that will happen here. But the point is, there were like a couple crucial lines of what I think was the chorus, where it's like, is he saying you'll never have a forte? And then later, like, this is your repartee? Like, I couldn't hear those two words clearly. And obviously, like, the overall meaning and the chorus itself kind of hinge on what those words are. Like, yeah, where 7th Avenue meets Broadway, I think. So, like, locationally, I got an idea. Although even then, it was like, in the opening, saying something like, home is like boot camp or something like that. So did he come from a small town, but he was always destined to become a New York City boy? I'm not sure whether that was the case, or if it was more like, home wasn't great, but it sort of made him into who he became in the, the clubs and so on of New York. So in a moment, I'm going to look that up. But I do very much enjoy the experience of the tune, even if I don't quite know what's happening. But as I said, I don't normally do this, but I am so curious about those two words that I am going to look it up. So give me one moment here. Okay, so the lyrics for this one, you'll never have a bored day. Is that what he's saying? Alright. You'll never have a bored day meets Broadway. I did hear wanna go and wander the ticker tape. Home is a boot camp, you gotta escape. Okay, I did pick that up. Lying on your bed playing punk rock and stuff. I heard the stuff, but I didn't realize punk rock. Which, to be fair, late 70s, New York was sort of a hotbed of punk rock. Though I am more personally interested in the punk rock that took root in California and the West Coast in the early 80s. In any case, you feel the deal is real, you're a New York City boy, so young, so run into New York City, never have a bored day. The street is amazing, the hoochie's unreal. I did hear that. Check out, that's funny, hear a song, That's the Bomb. I was going to comment, It's Gone, 86. There was some slang in this one, like hearing Neil say, That's the Bomb, I was amused by that. But check out the hardware at the latest deal, hear a song, That's the Bomb. If you don't get the mix, It's Gone, 86. So yeah, I guess repartee, like I guess I just imagined hearing that. But bored day, forte, you can understand semantically, or rather phonetically, they're very close. So yeah, this is your reward day. Oh, okay, so maybe that's what I thought I heard. So yeah, I guess it is kind of, he comes from a home which wasn't particularly supportive, and he wanted to go wander through New York City. Like ticker tape, that's like this stock market thing, right? Like, I'm not sure. So yeah, I guess he's, again, he was destined for the bright lights of New York City and had to overcome the, I don't know, stifling life of his home, and I guess, you know, moved beyond the punk rock that he listened to and joined the world of Broadway and so on. But I feel like there's still, even just looking at the track or at the lyrics, like some aspect of this I may be missing. So please feel free to fill me in. In any case, again, I enjoyed this, and there's been some tracks on here which have had like a 90s trance kind of feel, and so it was nice to get a gear change here, even if, again, like, for my own taste, I'm more into trance and techno than I am into house. I still can appreciate a good house tune and a good disco house tune, so that was fun. In any case, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.